Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos. Today I have for you a Jurrac deck. We actually built this deck on stream last night and it worked pretty well. The main idea of the deck was using Jurrac Terra in combination with Spike Shield with Chain. So not only are we going to do a lot of damage to our opponent if they happen to attack into it, their monster is also going to get sent back to the hand, which means that in theory we're gonna have an open field and we can just go for game during the next turn. Shout outs to my boy Kyle for giving me this idea and pretty much helping me with the build along with everybody else that was in the stream. But it's a pretty standard build. We're using Dinosaur Kingdom on Rex, 3 Waiba. I'm just gonna call it Waba, that seems easier. Pretty cool. It's kind of like Hydrogeddon, where if it destroys a monster by battle, you can special summon one Jurrac monster with 1700 or less attack from your deck. The only difference is that the monster cannot attack during the turn. But you can go into another copy of itself, or you can go into Terra depending on the situation. I threw in 2 Black Brachios just because before I had another Hera and it was breaking me too bad. So I just went, dropped this to 1, went with the 2 Black Brachios, but really this spot can be used for a Hydrogeddon or something like that. I like the effect, of being able to switch your opponent's monster into defense mode. A lot of the times that'll force your opponent to use an enemy controller or something on the Black Brachios, so it's a good card. And it's great with Spike Shield with Change since it does have 1100 defense. So 1 Jurrac Hera, this monster you can special summon from your hand or graveyard if one of your Jurrac monsters gets destroyed in defense position. So it's a cool effect, and it's a 1 tribute with 2600 under the field spell. 2 Cosmic Cyclones for dealing with back row. You can also use Hatronade. I went with the Cyclones. 1 Super Rush. Before we had more Super Rush, but then we realized that we're setting our monsters a lot more because of Spike Shield with Chain. So I ended up dropping Super Rush down to 1. 2 enemy controllers, 1 Kunai with Chain, 2 Wall Disruptions, and that's pretty much the build. The Spike with Shield with Chain, and like I say, and the Terra are the main combo behind this deck. So let's get into the replays real quick. Going up against Yami Yugi. If you get 2 Spike Shield with Chain, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna win the duel by your opponent attacking into a monster. Which is just hilarious. So pretty good starting hand. We have Terra, we have Spike Shield with Chain, and we have Waiba to follow up with. So he attacks, he's running counter fairies. Look at that, 1800 damage, and the fairy goes back into the hand. I just summoned my Waiba, 2016, and that's the game. That is the main, the basic concept around this deck. I didn't activate any sort of effects, so his counter traps, I'm assuming, were pretty useless. I would assume there's Super Rush too, since he had summoned a monster, a relatively weak monster in attack mode. We got a Kaiba next. Now I hope you guys had good luck with your weekly pack. I ended up pulling another Venu for the 2nd week in a row, which is kind of annoying. Especially when I already had 3 to begin with. But we're going up against a weird variant of aliens that's running Alien Kit. It's going to attack into my Terra. No reason to activate my Spike Shield with Chain. I wanted to save that for when there was a strong enough monster. We're going to see the A-Cell recombination device. Luckily for me, I have the enemy controller. So if he summons a Telepath, which he searches for one, I can immediately Econ take, protecting my Spike Shield with Chain, which is sort of my win con in this situation. He goes for the attack, and like I mentioned, if you have 2 of them and they attack into your Terra, that's pretty much game. Look at how ridiculous the defense is gonna get. 6,000, 44 to the face. GG, my boy. See, we got a Merrick. It was nice to use Rex once again. I haven't used Rex in a really long time. And also during the stream I was able to get Titan Showdown, so I might play around with that skill. I have been trying to get it a long time ago, whenever those Gondora decks were going around. So maybe I'll think of something to use the skill on. Life point boost alpha, Merrick. So I think this is, yeah, this is Archfiends. We're gonna see the Black Brachios, and this is what I mentioned. When you switch something into defense mode, it's pretty safe to attack into it, especially if they have no defense. And I'm forcing my opponent to activate that Grivo. I go for the Wall of Disruption here, activate my Spike Shield with Chain, so that's gonna be 3,700 damage. And now I have 2 monsters to attack over a 300 attack monster. Easy game, easy life. We got Alexis Rhodes, which is Cyber Angels. Now this duel, I honestly don't know how I was able to win this. This was a perfect example of when you go up against someone that does not know what they're doing. Even if they have, you know, a meta deck, they can misplay it and just give you a relatively easy win. I knew I was going up against someone like that when you see their turn 1 play, which is Sprite's Blessing into a Dakini, but he used Cyber Petite Angel without summoning. Why did he not search? No idea. Unfortunately, he is going to activate Dakini's effect, so my Terra is out of the field, and I take the 2,700 to the face. However, a Spike Shield with Chain is going to be able to protect my Guava from being destroyed, and I pick up a second one, so I decide to set my second Guava and kind of just stall until I can draw into an enemy controller. That was basically my plan at this point. I'm just ending my turns. We're gonna see Hymn of Light, which is a little unfortunate. I was afraid of the Edaten right here. Luckily for me, he only had the Benton. But like I said, had he summoned the Cyber Petite Angel, he would have already had the Edaten in hand. That would have been trouble for me. Instead, he just now searches for the Edaten and then just ends turn. Discarding my Cosmic Cyclone, adding back the Benton from the graveyard. And then I pick up my win condition right here, Wall of Disruption. So I use my Cosmic Cyclone to free up the space in my back row. Destroy the Senju of the Thousand Hands, special summon a Terra. We're gonna see Machine Angel Ritual. He's gonna summon the Ventin that he added back using Edaten, which means all his monsters gain 1,000. But that's not gonna matter because I have the Wall of Disruption. Get destroyed, my boy. 2,100 to the face, and he's got 2 weak monsters that I can easily get over with my 2,500 attack Guavas. Nice and easy. Well, I say nice and easy, but honestly, that was more of my opponent losing the duel than me winning it. And for our last replay, we're going up against Yugimoto. And this was a strange duel. But definitely, I feel like I outplayed my opponent a little bit with the mind games. You guys will see. We're going second. He's running Restart, but he doesn't activate the skill. Oh no, he does activate the skill, I'm sorry. So we see the Grave Keepers with the rivals right away. And that's kind of scary because he opens with Floodgates. So my Waba goes into defense mode right away. I have Spike Shield with Chain so I can protect it. But then he just sets another card, turns out it's another Floodgate. And now I'm worried because obviously he can just summon Oracle and I'm done for. I decide to set my Terra. I have a second Spike Shield with Chain now, so if he attacks with a weak monster, I can win. He goes into the battle phase. We see the arrival of rivals. And I know there's an Oracle coming, so what I have to do is Econ take right away, using one of my, floodgated monsters. Now the game is gonna show me his hand to show that, there's nothing he can summon from his hand, which is great. I see that he has 2 Chief and 1 Oracle, so I gotta be careful about that. Oh, I'm sorry. I messed the most important play of the game. I switched my Terra into attack mode so that if he summoned Gravekeeper's Oracle, I wouldn't lose my monster, and I have something to activate my Spike Shield with Chain to. I attacked because I can destroy the Recruiter if I flip over one of my Spike Shield with Chain, but luckily for me, he activates the enemy controller, fearing the damage step card. So now I have a defense position monster, which is what I wanted from the first place, and it's in face up defense position, which means if he summons the Oracle, I'm not gonna lose both of my monsters. But he attacks with Chief instead. Activate double Spike Shield with Chain. 6,000 defense, 41 to the face. Good game, Yugi boy. I need to check real quick if that's the name of the card. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Feeling a little self-conscious right now. Before someone corrects me in the... Oh no, yeah, Gravekeeper's Oracle. Alright, just wanted to make sure. But anyway, that's the deck. Pretty quick replays. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks again to my boy Kyle and everyone that was in the stream for, you know, helping me put this together. And thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description, along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. Really appreciate that. And until next time.